What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Neriku, ready to give you your daily dose of cancer. And today I want to talk about something that is bothering me, and it's been on my mind a little bit lately, but it's also something that I think that we need to all take note of and realize what's going on today in the world of gaming. For all you gamers out there, this is going to be a message to all you guys, and I hope you guys don't take it too personal or too serious, but I really hope you guys can take a moment and understand exactly what I'm trying to say before you guys get so overwhelmed and start going crazy in the comment section. So today we're going to be talking about the stale state of gaming. So what I mean by that is, technically in the past maybe 10 years, 15 years or so, gaming has really gotten really stagnant lately. It's kind of feel like it's really gotten stagnant lately, and it feels like to me that developers and publishers just don't really care about the games anymore. They care more so about the bottom line. They care more so about making money than actually producing a good product, and it's affecting the industry and really starting to kind of make me not play as many games as what I used to. Like, I remember back when the original Xbox came out, or the GameCube, or even the PS2, how many games I bought and how awesome and exciting gaming was. And when I got my my first gaming PC back in 2007, just gaming was a different landscape then. Gaming felt fun and interesting. Every new game was breaking ground and was breaking new ground and was exciting and awesome. And just now, I don't see any of that happening. Yeah, there's some games that come out every year that are really interesting or fun, but I feel like overall they're kind of stagnating or following a similar design trend that's really starting to make gaming kind of seem like a waste of time. And it really dawned on me when I played the Call of Duty World War II beta. Also, when I went and played the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta as well, I just really feel like these betas, I use that very loosely, these betas are covers for demos. Like, they're literally just marketing material to try to get people interested and hyped for the game. They're not really a beta that's used to actually fix the game. So let's talk about that a little bit. The Call of Duty World War II beta, I was going to do a video on it, but then I just was so disinterested in the entire thing. Like, the game was buttery smooth, I give it that. It ran fantastic, it was buttery smooth, it had great and awesome controls, got that typical old school classic Call of Duty feel, which was awesome and good. But at the end of the day, the game felt like it lacked polish. Like, I really felt like the graphics weren't too crazy, or they weren't over the top, or they didn't wow me. The map objectives and the map design wasn't the best. The guns kind of felt stale. Like, I felt like there was more emphasis on the class system than actually making interesting guns and interesting perks to make the game worth playing. I really felt like they were trying to steer you more towards getting these loot boxes and loot crates, and it's just ew. Like, come on, guys. Like, just make a good game and leave the loot boxes and loot crates out of the whole entire situation. I don't understand where this come from, where this all started. I don't understand where this all started, but it's really annoying and it needs to end. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was the same way. It was a great game, great gameplay. It was fun. It was awesome. And then there was this overarching loot crate, loot box system that they really wanted to shove down your throat. And it was like, at first we had DLC and people complained, and then we accepted it. And now we're having microtransactions and people are complaining, but there's some people who accept it. And I hate to really point the finger and the blame here, but it seems like the reason why this is going crazy is because a lot of the casual gamers who get into games like Minecraft or Destiny even, they're accepting these problems, and just, it's really starting to affect the whole industry. Like, I remember when there wasn't any DLC. If I remember back to way back when, like, when you used to play PCs, there was expansion packs, and people didn't buy those as much. Then DLC came out, and people started ordering, season passes and things like that. And I've been guilty of this as well. I've bought season passes and stuff before for games like Call of Duty when I wanted the new maps, when I wanted the new zombies, and it got me. But now I realize that maybe the issue isn't necessarily with the game adding in the DLC or the microtransactions, but maybe we're just like stagnant with change. Like, there's a thing called inflation that we're not understanding, and we need to understand that games do cost more than $60, or what they're asking for, the full purchase price, in order to make them happen. And they have these huge budgets to to make back their money on, which I can completely understand. But the problem is that you have this huge budget and you're doing nothing to wow me, to make me want to spend that kind of money. Like, the only game that I can say that I really enjoyed playing in the last year, I would say would be Overwatch. And that's because Overwatch has, for what I paid, Overwatch has added in new material. It keeps the game fresh. It keeps the game fun. It has a really awesome ranked system in order to make the game fun and interesting, and also keeps me interested in the game. It's just, I think that maybe Blizzard has this down to a science, and maybe other publishers need to kind of start copying, and developers need to kind of start copying what Blizzard has established. So, like, I think a way to fix Call of Duty would be simple. Don't make any more Call of Duties. Make one Call of Duty to last, I don't know, 5 years, maybe 7 years, until there's a graphical demand update that you actually need. Think about a game like CSGO. CSGO's been around since, 2011, 2012, and it hasn't needed an update. Why? Because CSGO is competitive. They release skins. They know how to keep the game fresh. It's the same thing we need to do with Call of Duty. There's not saying that Call of Duty needs to end, but we need one game to end them all. Make a super Call of Duty, like literally put in all the game modes, all the guns, all the maps. I know that, it doesn't necessarily mean that all the licensing will be there to do it, but if you guys were to just take for a moment and transfer your gaming from a specific game to a service, kind of like more like Overwatch or more like World of Warcraft, then people may be more interested in spending more money. Get rid of the loot crate system, the loot box system, this COD points and all that other garbage. Completely just negate that. Get rid of it. Be done with it. And focus on entertaining your audience first and building a solid product that people actually want to play. That would make a huge difference. So back to Star Wars Battlefront 2. So incredible graphics, incredible looking game, awesome nostalgia. They're playing off the nostalgia for all those Star Wars fans. I'm one of them. I looked at the game, I'm like, wow, it actually feels like I'm playing, in the Star Wars universe. It's awesome. And then there's the loot crates. It's like, yeah, it's not pay to win, but then it kind of is, because if you pay, you'll get the more, epic and legendary upgrade points. So inside a map, you can, use heroes more often. You can upgrade your character more often and use those in battles. That's pay to win. I don't care. Any way you slice it, it's pay to win. It's annoying. It's garbage. Get rid of it. What about these early access games? This also refers back to the state of gaming so far. There's these early access games that they're charging full price for now. They're not even finished or complete, and we have no idea what to expect from the finished product, since these games are evolving, which is fine that they're evolving. I actually kind of like that. But they're evolving, but then they want to charge us full price. This goes back to issues like with the original Destiny, with the OG Destiny game. I played that game for maybe 7 hours, and I couldn't find any more entertainment or enjoyment out of the base game. This is the same thing we're seeing in games like PUBG or Fortnite or DayZ, the infamous DayZ, where they're charging full price for these games. Actually, I didn't pay full price for DayZ. Let me just put it out there. I paid $20 or something for the game. If you have an early access game, you can't ask any more than $20 until the game's out of early access. Ark Survival, once again, I pay like $20 for the game. That's fine. I'm okay with early access games as long as they don't charge full price. Isn't like PUBG like $30 now, and then Fortnite I think is $60? That's crazy. Think about that. You want me to pay $60 for a game that is in early access, that is an indie game? Insane, ridiculous. Stop it. Just cut it out. You guys are killing me. It's not that the $60 is too much to ask. It's just, it's too much to ask for what you're offering. I'm paying you $60 for the state of the game right now, as is. I have no guarantee that you're going to finish this game. I have no guarantee the game is going to go and be finished the way I like. For example, there are people who don't like when heroes get nerfs and buffs in Overwatch, and they're like, this game was trash now because my favorite hero was nerfed. It's the same thing with Fortnite. What if there's a feature in the game that I specifically like that doesn't necessarily work with the overall feel of the game when it's at final release, and I pay for the game because I really like that feature, and then it's taken out? Come on, man. At least give me the benefit of the doubt when I can say, at least I didn't pay full price for it. But no, Fortnite wants to screw you. Let's talk about milking the customer too. That's something else. I'm seeing this trend that is going on and on and on in gaming, and there's this milking the customer trend, and it's really starting to. I mean, it makes me want to kill myself, or it makes me want to stop gaming. Like, I love building PCs. I love playing on the PC. Depends on the game, but game practices and publication practices like this, like it doesn't, like Shadow of War, like the latest Mordor game, Shadow of War, like Lord of the Rings Shadow of War, doesn't it have microtransactions in it? where you can pay in order to get the in-game result, in order to get the ending you want, in order to finally complete the game completely 100%, or you can just grind for hours and hours on it and get it done. That you can't do that to me, man. Like milking the customer. Okay, let's just go to that really quick. COD points, that's one example of it. Another example of it's like sports games where they're continuously releasing these small, minute updates to the game. Call of Duty does it. Racing games do it, where they try to, either nickel and dime you for cars or literally give you the same exact racing game, but like a year later or 2 years later. This is really getting annoying and it needs to stop. But the biggest fraudulent person out there for milking the customer award goes to Bethesda. And in 2017, Bethesda, I don't know how you guys are still going to maintain the customer base that you guys have, but people are going to start really looking through all the BS and looking through everything that you guys have done as a company and realize that you guys are just a corporate shield just like everyone else. Bethesda, the freaking creators or mod creation, whatever the crap is that no one wants to pay for, cut it out. Like, you can have it, you can charge whatever you want for it, that's fine, but don't put in-game advertisement for it, okay, at the beginning of Fallout. That's trash. Or with your ridiculous practices of milking Skyrim. Like, yeah, it was a good game in 2011. It is now in 2017. We're going to be on 2018 pretty soon, and you're still re-releasing Skyrim. What the heck are you doing? Like, leave the game alone. It's done. It's ran its course. Be done with it. It's even going over into Nintendo, and Nintendo really wasn't known for DLC for the longest time. They were one of the guys that held up for the longest time, and I think that's also because they just didn't have the technology in their consoles to do it. But it's rubbing off on Nintendo. There's microtransactions in The Legend of Zelda. There's new DLC patches and stuff for Legend of Zelda now. What? This is unheard of. Everyone's doing it, and it needs to stop. And I'm okay with DLC to a degree. But when you cut material from the main game to make a DLC on day one, that's a problem. Or when you shove your DLC down my throat by advertising it in-game, that's also a problem. Or when you continue to put your microtransactions on where you have pay-to-win type of mentality inside your games. Like, for example, which game was it? It was, it wasn't DayZ, it was the other one that was similar to that, where there was these, loot crates or these care packages that you can get down in the game. They said, it won't affect the game, and then it had guns in it. It's like, why are you guys lying to us? It's like, I understand that gamers are not the most understanding people in the world as far as like when it comes to being a customer base, but you guys don't have to lie to us either. So I don't know. I might quit gaming, or I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing in the last couple of years, and that's play very, very few games. I think that's also why I'm hyper critical or super hyper critical of games when they're released, because I have to really think about my purchases before I decide if I want to purchase a game, simply because if it has these practices in there, it makes me not want to buy the game. Or if a game is not worth its merits for my time, I don't want to buy the game. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think about the state of gaming. If you guys are hardcore gamers and you guys want to keep on gaming, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm not really sure if it's just me that feels this way. I really hope that I'm not the only one who feels this way, but at the same time, maybe I'm just overreacting. If that's the case, please let me know. Drop a like if you like it. Thumbs down if you guys disliked it or whatever. I don't really care anymore. Once again, it's been your boy Neriku, and I'll see you guys in the next one.